everyone, welcome to my physics channel. I'm Nipuni Singh and I'm thrilled to guide you through the fascinating world of physics. This is the very first video in my IGCSE Physics playlist and I'm starting with the unit Forces and Motion. Today we'll explore the topic of movement and position, covering some key concepts like distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and we are identifying what are vector and scalar quantities. We'll also dive into some practice questions to solidify your understanding. So grab your notebook and get ready to think critically, and let's dive into the wonders of physics together. Let's first know what is distance. Distance is the total path covered by an object regardless of the direction. So in distance we are not considering the direction, we are only considering the magnitude, which is the size. Here the SI unit is meters. Other than meters we can use kilometers or centimeters. Here in distance, we are not considering the direction. Let's assume we have two different points, point A and point B. So from point A to point B, we can move in two ways. In first way, we can move this like this. In here, we are not considering the direction. We don't have a specific direction. At first, we are moving this way, and then we are moving this way, and then we are moving this way. Likewise, the direction is changing time to time. And also we can use the other path to go to point B. In this way, the direction, at first the direction is this way. So as you can see, we are not considering the direction when we encounter distance. Here we are only considering the path length. Now let's learn what is displacement. Displacement is the shortest distance between the starting and end point. Here, similar to distance, the SI unit is meters. Other than meters, we can use kilometers and centimeters. Here, we consider the shortest distance, and in here, we must consider the direction. So, let's take the same example as before. Here we have 2 points, point A and point B. We have two different paths, and as you can see, here we have the shortest distance from point A to point B. So this shortest distance is the displacement. So previously I took these two paths as distance. But in here, this path, the shortest path, we consider as the displacement. In displacement, we must consider the direction. And here, as you can see, we have a specific direction, which is east. So, in displacement, we have direction, but in distance, we didn't have direction. Now let's practice some questions from distance and displacement. From the first question, we have 2 points, point A and point B. For the distance, we have to calculate the path length that we traveled. Here we have 5, here we have 10, here we have 5 plus 5, 10, here we have 10, and here we have 5. This length is equals to this length, and this length is equals to that length. So distance we have 40 meters, and Displacement. Displacement is the shortest distance. So from point A to point B, the shortest distance is this straight line. So in here, this distance is 10 and this distance is again 10. So our displacement is 20 meters. And for the displacement, we need to mention the direction. The direction is east. Then in the second question, we need to find distance first. So from point C to point D, first we need to move this way and then we need to move to the east. First to the north and then to the east. So we have 3 plus 4, which is 7 meters. And for the displacement, we need to find this length. This length we can find by using Pythagoras theorem. So from point C to D, let's assume the displacement is x. So by using the Pythagoras theorem, we can tell 3 squared plus 4 squared is equals to x squared. Then here x we can find by taking the square root of the sum. So the answer will be 5 meters. Then we can take the displacement as 5 meters. And don't forget, we must mention the direction. The direction is northeast. Now let's learn what is speed. The speed is rate of which an object covers distance. So the distance is, the speed is rate of change of distance. So speed is equals to distance divided by time. We use this equation to find speed when we have distance and time. So the SI unit of speed is meters per second. Distance measured in meters and time measured in seconds. So speed measured in meters per second. Now let's solve this question to find whether you have understood the definition and the equation or not. Okay, here a car travels 150 meters in 10 seconds. Find its speed. So we learn the equation speed equals distance over time. In here the distance is 150 meters. And we need to divide this distance by its time. The time taken is 10 seconds. So finally we get the answer as 15 meters per second. Now let's learn what is average speed. In this world there are uniform motion and non-uniform motion. For the uniform motion, the speed will be a constant value throughout the journey. But for non-uniform motion, the speed will change time to time. So if we need to find the speed for the whole journey, we need to talk about the average speed. To find the average speed, we need to consider the total distance and the total time taken. Then we can find the average speed by this equation. Average speed equals total distance divided by total time. And the SI unit for the average speed is similar to the speed, which is meters per second. Time to check your understanding on average speed. In this question, a runner covers 10 meters in 12 seconds and another 50 meters in 3 seconds. Find the average speed. You know that average speed is equals to the total distance divided by total time. So first we need to know what is total distance. At first He is running 100 meters and then he is running 50 meters. So altogether we have 150 meters. For 100 meters he took 12 seconds and for 50 meters he took 3 seconds. So altogether he took 15 seconds. So the final answer for the average speed we have 10 meters per second, which means the runner has been running this 150 meters at the speed of 10 meters per second. What is velocity? Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. Speed is the rate of change of distance, but velocity is the rate of change of displacement. Here we have the equation to find velocity, which is velocity equals displacement divided by time. Here displacement measured in meters and time measured in seconds. So the SI unit for velocity is meters per second. For the speed we didn't have a direction because for distance we didn't have a direction, but for velocity we have a direction because for displacement we have a direction. We have a question on velocity. A car moves 40 meters east in 5 seconds, then 20 meters west in 5 seconds. Find the average velocity. So to find the velocity, we have the equation displacement divided by time. So to find the average velocity, we need to find the total displacement divided by time. So average velocity equals total displacement. Here 40 meters east and then 20 meters west. 20 meters from here, 20 meters west. So we have from starting point to end point we have 20 meters. So the total displacement we have 20 meters. And the total time we have, here we have 5 and here also we have 5. Altogether we have 10 seconds. So the average velocity we have 20 divided by 10, which is 2 meters per second. After learning about distance, displacement, speed, velocity, you may have encountered that there are two different quantities. Some quantities have direction and some quantities doesn't have direction. So according to having direction or not having direction, we can categorize quantities into two different groups. First one is scalar and the other one is vector. So scalar quantity is a quantity that has only magnitudes but no direction. So for example, we can take distance, speed, time and mass. Then for vector quantities are the quantities that have both magnitude and direction. So the vector quantities have direction, but for scalar quantities doesn't have direction. For example, we can consider displacement, velocity and acceleration. That's all for today's lesson on movement and position. I hope you found this video helpful in understanding the core concepts of distance, displacement, speed, velocity and vector and scalar quantities. Remember, physics is all about connecting theories to the real world application. So keep practicing the questions to sharpen your skills. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel for more physics content. and hit the bell icon so you won't miss the next video in our IGCSE Physics playlist. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll continue exploring the exciting world of force and motion. Until then, stay tuned, stay curious, and keep learning. Bye bye.